The singing of carols did not originally involve Christmas at all. First appearing thousands of years ago in Europe, carols started as pagan songs sung at the winter solstice celebrations as people danced around stone circles. The winter solstice, taking place around December 22nd, signified the shortest day of the year. The word carol actually means dance or a song of praise and joy. While carols used to be sung during all 4 seasons, only the tradition of singing them at Christmas has survived. Early Christians began singing Christian songs instead of pagan ones to celebrate the birth of Jesus, in contrast to the pagan celebrations of the winter solstice, which took place around the same time of year. While the practice of composing Christmas carols began to take off, many common people of the day struggled to sing them as they were written entirely in Latin. By the Middle Ages, many people had lost interest in singing carols, and in many cases, the celebration of Christmas itself. In the year 1223, Saint Francis of Assisi began his nativity plays in Italy. The people in the plays would sing songs or canticles that told the story of the play. The canticles would in large part be sung in a language the people could understand, as opposed to being sung strictly in Latin. These new carols spread to France, Spain, Germany, and other European countries. Traveling minstrels going from town to town kept the tradition of singing carols alive and also brought them from one town or country to another. It Came Upon a Midnight Clear is an 1849 poem written by Edmund Sears, a pastor from Wayland, Massachusetts. The words are set to the melody Carol, which was a tune specifically written for Sears's poem by Richard Storrs Willis the following year. This pairing of words and melody remained the most common in the United States today. In some countries, specifically those of the Commonwealth, the lyrics are sometimes set to the melody Noel, a later adaptation written by Arthur Sullivan. The carol first appeared in December of 1849 in the Christian Register in Boston. Sears's inspiration for the lyrics came largely from his memory of revolution in Europe, as well as the United States war with Mexico. Additionally, the growing controversy of slavery in the United States continued to divide America and would result in civil war 10 years later. Sears thought the world to be dark and full of sin and strife, not hearing the true Christmas message. At the time of composing the lyrics to It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, Sears was also recovering from a devastating illness and living in a state of profound despair. One account says the carol was first performed by parishioners of Sears' congregation on Christmas Eve of 1849. It is unknown what melody the lyrics were sung to at its initial performance, however, since Willis's melody was not written until the following year. The carol is unique in that its focus is not on Bethlehem, but rather on the events of the present time period of the composer. After the Protestant Reformation, the singing of carols largely declined due to many Calvinists believing them to be a non-essential practice associated with Roman Catholicism. When Sears composed It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, carols were just beginning a 19th century revival as famous composers of the day began to write new and contemporary versions of carols. In the Bleak Midwinter is a carol written by Christina Rossetti in the 19th century. It first appeared as a poem, published in the January 1872 issue of Scribner's Monthly under the title A Christmas Carol. The poem first appeared set to music in the English hymnal in 1906 to a tune setting by composer Gustav Holst. Rossetti earned £10 for her composition, which was a good sum in those days for a single poem. The carol focuses on the birth of Jesus and features many of the images and icons we associate with the nativity story: the manger, the hay, the animals, and the wise men. Rossetti places firm focus, however, on the baby Jesus as well as Mary. As with many of Rossetti's poems, the words are largely simple, and use plain language, midwinter being the only lyric of the poem longer than 2 syllables. Angels We Have Heard on High is set to the French tune Gloria from a traditional French song of unknown origin. The song focuses on the birth of Jesus as narrated in the Gospel of Luke, specifically the scene in which shepherds outside Bethlehem encounter a multitude of angels singing and praising the newborn child. The carol itself may date back as far as the 18th century and was first published in North America in 1819 for the Diocese of Quebec. The hymn first appeared in Methodist hymnals in 1935. While several versions and translations exist, they are all inspired by Luke 2, 6 through 20. The carol is commonly used as a musical accompaniment to the French tradition of the crèche. These handmade nativity scenes are not only common in homes, but also in town squares. Christmas carols have a long history over the years, from their origins as pagan songs of celebration to their exclusive function as Christmas songs today. When we sing them, we keep alive the tradition of singing songs for the common people. Similar to folk music over the years, and even to an extent popular music of today, the enduring power of the Christmas carol is rooted in its connection and accessibility to ordinary people.
It came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to all, from heaven's all gracious King. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. Yet with the woes of sin and strife, the world has suffered long. Beneath the heavenly hymn have rolled 2,000 years of wrong. And we at war on earth hear not the tidings that they bring. Oh, hush the noise and cease the strife to hear the angels sing. In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. What can I give him, poor as I Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come on.